behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Paul Mash TV. Paul Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. Another great interview is coming your way. But before we begin, don't forget about the subscribe and bell buttons. It'll allow you to get updates on any new episodes coming your way. And leave a comment on the comment section if you like. We'd love to hear from you there. And if you're paying attention to the description part as well as the closing credits at the end of the show, we'll have contact info for you. So I hope you will stay tuned for that. From Montreal, Canada today, for the 6th time, we have Rachel Dara. She's got some great updates for you. And we'll get to that in a second. But first, we'll have a quick ad from the Caden Gordon Show. And we have a new ad for you now. We have Woody's Drumsticks. And check that out. And at the checkout counter, if you type in the word Paul Mash TV, all in capital letters, you'll get 10% off your order. So I hope you'll do that. Anyway, after these ads, we'll be with the interview, and we'll be right back right after this.
It is Caden from the Caden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. Check out my show at thecadengordonshow.com.
At Woody's Drumsticks, we focus all of our sticks on being a hair longer than everybody else's. Why? Well, all of our sticks are going to be going through the same quality control process as every other stick on the planet. However, the extra length gives you an extended reach, so you can reach for higher cymbals. It makes the sticks last a little longer. We put our shorter taper at the end, which gives more girth in the base of the stick and allows you to play for longer, better, stronger, faster. So once you switch from one brand to Woody's, you'll never go back, and that's a guarantee.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, for the 6th time on our show, we have Rachel Dara, and she's back. So thanks so much for coming back on the show, Rachel.
Thanks for having me, Paul.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad to have you here. I'm sure a lot has happened since then, because the last time you were on the show was last year. So is there anything you'd like to talk about as far as updates?
Well, the first thing that I will update you on is that I just put a song out, and it's called In the Darkness, and it has a very different sound to it than the last music that you heard, which was probably my album, The Next Big Invention. But In the Darkness is kind of like the start of a new era. And I don't know if you've listened to the song yet, and I don't think that the people who are listening to this have as well, but you'll hear it at the end of this interview. It's got a full band on it. And it's an alternative folk rock song. I think I'm very excited to have it finally out in the world and to be able to share it with everybody.
Okay, and like she said, we'll have that in just a few minutes here. And I really like this song, by the way. Well, have you got any concerts coming up you want to tell everybody? That way, if they're in Montreal, they can check that out.
Absolutely. So here's the thing. I'm not only playing in Montreal, I'm playing in Ottawa, I'm playing in Quebec City, and I'm playing in the States at the end of August. So I may be in a city near you in Montreal. In Next show I'm playing is April 4th at La Feuille Verte, which is a cafe here in Montreal on Saturday, April 4th. And if you want to stop by, you're more than welcome to. I'm then playing an event on April 11th, another one on April 17th that are both in Montreal. And I will be playing a festival in Ottawa, actually, the capital of Canada, on April 30th. That's the Rise Up Music Festival in Ottawa. So that's Thursday, April 30th. If you're around, you could stop by. Anyone who's listening from the States, I will be doing a tour of the States at the end of August, probably in the upstate New York and Pennsylvania region, maybe somewhere else. We'll see. Surprise, surprise. Just stay tuned. You can see all my events on my website, racheldara.com. Also on my Spotify page, I have all my shows, upcoming shows listed. So that's there. Even on my YouTube videos, you'll see that all my shows are listed in like the not the captions, like underneath the captions when you press the little pointer arrow. So they're all there as well. They're on Facebook, they're on Instagram. It's very, very not hard to see where I'm playing. Anywhere where you see my name, you can probably see my upcoming shows. But yeah, I'm playing around. I'm a regularly gigging artist. In 2025, I played a total of 45 shows, which was crazy because I'd never done that before, and it was a big jump from what I had done the year before. And so far I've played about I think I've played 15 to 18 shows this year. Um, and it's March. So I'm happy to be back at this again. It's great. It's something that I'm passionate about. And yeah, no, I hope that everyone watching this will be able to see something in their city.
Okay, well, I hope you'll check her out, those places she mentioned, and I guess that's all on your website too.
Absolutely. All my website, all my Spotify, all on my Facebook, my Instagram, everything's there.
Okay. All right, well, check them out on her website. I'm sure all the concerts will be updated for you, and you can check that out and
Absolutely.
enjoy seeing you.
Thanks, Paul.
And no problem. And like you said, the song is called "In the Darkness." Is there any other stories you can tell us about that?
I can tell you everything about the song. So I wrote the song actually when I was 13 years old after I accidentally locked myself in a staircase at a party. So basically what happened is I was at a party. I don't do much of that, but I got invited to one and it was somebody who I didn't really know well, but who was kind enough to invite me, and I didn't really know many people there. So I wanted to leave early, and I decided to walk down a staircase in the building instead of taking the elevator down because I figured it would be easier to take a staircase. But I definitely took the wrong staircase. It was a real sketchy staircase. I saw things written there that were crazy, like not like not just like bad words and stuff. It was just like scary stuff was written on the walls. I'm not gonna get into it. Like I do my fair share of cussing, so cuss words don't scare me. But it was everything that was written in the context of what was written that was scary. And the fact that I was 13 years old alone in a party dress in a random staircase in a building downtown. And I'm walking down 10 floors, and then I see there's like windows and they're selling really creepy stuff. It looks like stores. And then I realize, wait, I think I'm in the wrong place. And I run upstairs. There's caution tape everywhere. I'm about to open the door. The door's locked, of course. I can't leave, right? It has to make sure that I can't leave. So I'm banging on the door because I see some kids who are in my class who I recognized, and they look up, they see me in the window, and then they look back down on their phones. Um, and then I wait there for probably a few minutes. Then a security guard comes running to the door and freaks out. He said, "You put yourself at risk of getting hurt." And that's where I got the line for the chorus, and that's "In the Darkness."
Okay. Well, as I said, it's a great song, and you're going to check that out yourself in just a moment here. But Rachel, we're always glad to have you back, and come back anytime you want to plug something new in the future. And maybe we'll have you back again sometime.
Thank you. I'm releasing an EP this year, so there is a lot coming for people who like my music and for people who don't like my music yet. Hopefully, you will eventually if you don't know it. Um, but for anyone who's watching who's not familiar with me, but yeah, no, it's gonna be a fun year and I'm excited.
Okay. Well, let's go right to the song "In the Darkness" by Rachel Dara begins right now.
10:20 p.m. and it's time to leave. Got pieces of candy stuck in my teeth. Weird looking staircase, go down 10 floors. Looking through windows of strange stores. Curse words were graffitied on the walls. Didn't seem to bother me at all. They say smart people can still do dumb things, but I made this mistake 'cause I'm naive.
And even if I didn't like myself, could have been prey to someone else. Hyenas aren't like